No, I couldn't possibly accept that.
All right then. So the next person in line.
Let's take a look. Blood, sweat, and I feel some tears coming on. Thanks, team. I couldn't have been the best player if all of you hadn't have been worse than me. So, very good point. She's been saving that one. She's been saving that one. But I'm not copping it. That's not right. That's not right. That's enough. It's an emotional. It's an emotional time.
How do you feel?
You know how I feel. Legendary. All right, legendary behaviour. Dual code superstar and player of the game. Huh? How about that? I'm interviewing the guy that gave me player of the game, and I think I know why he gave me player of the game.
Yeah, I won't go into the sympathy vote thing, but you had a good game, mate. You deserved it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just, I mean, the rest of the team lost. We did have a loss, but when you're player of the game, technically you don't lose. It's like Jack Whiten, you know what I mean?
No. Jack Whiten, he wins. He goes all right.
He goes all right. Not right enough, but that's all right. He's no Tedesco, is he? But then again, who is? Maybe LGNDRK. Maybe. So anyway, player of the game. I'm pretty excited about it. So do you want to explain why you gave it to me, or is it obvious?
Oh, I think it's pretty clear cut, mate.
I mean, you were encouraging me all game, so I feel like I can thank you not only for choosing me, which was the right decision anyway, but also for just giving me pointers through the whole game, like what do you think you're doing? Where were you there? Things like that. It's really good.
Yeah, it was a tough love performance. I think everyone needs a bit of tough love in their life to up their game.
I mean, I'm used to the tough love that you provide. We've been playing together for a long time. This is a long-term relationship, isn't it? I mean, it's pretty well known that I'm a Div 5 championship winner, and I did it on a team with you.
Yeah, a couple of times.
No, I only did it once. I only won once. Your memory is horrible.
I don't know. I play in a few teams.
You do. In fact, you were playing in 2 teams that night. We're lucky you weren't playing in the team that was playing against us.
I think I did a half.
We would have smashed them, but
was it a half?
You did. I carried our team for the whole game, and you came in and took glory in the end.
Yeah, I do that from now and again.
How about we compare knees?
Oh yeah.
Get in here. Mine show up a lot more sore with my complexion.
Yeah, I've got a bit of an all-round tan that kind of camouflages the wounds.
It's the Italian tan, isn't it?
Oh, it's a bit of everything tan.
It's bellissimo, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all right. I mean, the year is done. We're halfway through the season. Where do you see us going? Do you think we can go all the way like we did back in the day at Heffron, Div 5 mixed?
Div 5 mixed. Could have been closer to one of the Div 4 men's as well that we won. But I don't know, that team we just played then, they're on top by a few points, and we were in front there up until the last 5 minutes when more Derek than Legend led in a couple of tries. But, it's
hard when you got to mark the whole team, you know what I mean? 2 long arms.
He's very lucky it's a team sport, so we all cop it on the chin rather than just putting the load on these big shoulders.
It is a team sport, but there's only one player of the game, and this time it's LGNDRK. Finally, the right call has been made, and thank you, Matt Cooley, for doing that. It's probably the best decision you've ever made. Even better than drinking a beer with lime in it.
Well, it was either this or a Furphy, and I know...
I like the Furfies.
Where's yours?
That's just you. Well, I can't with my game ball and my microphone. With my game ball and my microphone, I can't hold everything. Maybe you should hold my beer and pour it down my throat.
Yeah.
If you're a real teammate, you will.
If we won, I would have given you a victory skull, but unfortunately, we were robbed of that opportunity.
We were. That ref, eh? Actually, the ref was pretty good.
The ref was good. I mean, to tell you the truth, he was a mate of mine, and he was giving us everything.
Yeah.
So, and I think the other team was getting real frustrated, saying that the other team could. They were cruising.
They didn't mind saying how they felt. They felt quite cheated, didn't they?
Oh, I wouldn't say cheated, but I think they kind of got to learn the rules before they start whinging. But anyway,
true.
Each their own.
All right. Well, we can teach them the rules. We are former Div 5 mixed winners, and we might be green Div winners this year.
Yeah, we're a bit green, but
be confident, Matthew.
I'm always confident, mate. Always confident.
confident and softly spoken.
Yeah.
Matthew Cools, LGNDRK, dynamic duo. Let's get another championship.
Supposed to drop the mic, aren't you? Not the ball.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. The mic's too expensive.
So after last week's game was called off, actually I believe you're the reason the game was called off last week.
Too much smoke, baby.
No.
Smoke.
I thought we needed to protect the voice.
The Voice.
Yeah, you know, you're the voice. Try and understand it.
Great song.
Yeah.
Good bloody song. Yep. Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, I mean, it's important to protect your vocal cords. I've never been one to really do warm-ups and stuff like that. Although for the first time on the weekend, I was doing like warm-ups backstage. Everyone thought I was a bit of a weirdo.
that wouldn't be the first time. So on to today's game. First loss for a while for the Tribe. How does LGNDRK take a loss?
Doesn't bloody like it, but I mean, when you get player of the game, did you really lose or did everyone else lose? You know, sort of. It could be one way of looking at it. That's how I want to look at it.
Is that one of those tree falling in the woods things? Yeah, metaphor. So anyway, say you received the game ball today.
Yeah.
For putting out the most notable effort on field.
Yep. Well, I dived a couple of times. A couple of times I got tagged, and then the time that I dive and don't get a tag, I've got a bloody a very deep wound. I may never walk again.
And for a game that's not golf, I did notice there was a fair few air swings today.
Yeah, there were a few. There was some Victor Radley looking bloke on their team that definitely had my number 23, Cronk, 2018 Grand Final. Injured, but played anyway. Bravery. That's what I'm into. But yeah, air swings. Yeah.
Yep. Just the odd
Golf.
enough that you could count on how many hands? One hand? Two hands? Maybe a foot?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah.
So, did you get across the try line tonight, LGNDRK?
No, I didn't get across the line tonight. I don't know what happened. I mean, I got here a little bit late, so maybe I didn't get enough game time or something.
So let's be honest. Last week you didn't get player of the match. You scored how many tries?
Well, last week it was called off because of my smoke.
Week before?
Yep.
You scored how many tries?
Mate, I scored 2 tries.
And you didn't get player of the match?
3 assists. No, I didn't get player of the match.
And you blew up Royal?
Absolutely, I did, yeah.
So how many tries did I score this week?
I don't know. Do your tries even count, mate? Do they?
Well, if they're from the retirement chair, I reckon they pretty much do.
All right, tell me how many tries you got.
2 tries.
Nah.
Do you hear me sounding off? Do you hear me sounding off about not getting player of the match?
Isn't that what you're doing right now?
No. I'm just asking a question,
Yeah.
which I haven't got an answer to yet.
Well, no. Well, I mean, do you think you deserved player of the match?
Well,
it's very presumptuous to assume that you deserve it. You've got to respect the call of the person that picks the player of the match, I'm afraid.
Can we just back up for a second? It's not actually player of the match. It's a game ball given to the person who does the most notable thing in the game. And yours was for impersonating a golf player.
Which golf player, though? Not one of the fat ones.
Oh, yeah, definitely John Daly. Definitely.
Spewing. I don't know what golf player I'd want to impersonate. Happy Gilmore. How about that?
Tiger Woods?
Nah. Don't want to impersonate him in many ways at all.
On or off the course?
No.
No, okay.
No.
Fair enough.
Speaking of, Tiger Woods, though, you got mates in the States.
I do have a mate in the state.
Natural rhymes.
Yep, very good. We got a big grizzly bear over in Florida. Hey, Vic, how you doing? We thought we'd give you a shout out this week.
Yeah, Big Vic. Thanks for tuning in. Don't know why you are. You probably don't even understand what sport this is. But this is the real man's game.
I know.
What I'm saying?
Vic's a Broncos supporter. And a Finns supporter.
A Finns supporter?
Yeah, NFL.
What's a Finn?
Dolphins.
Finns. What's worse, Broncos or Dolphins? They're both pretty pathetic, aren't they, Vic? Hey, Vic, why don't you wise up, bro? All right. The only Broncos you should be supporting is the Denver Broncos. All right. The only Finns you should be supporting is none, mate. You should be going for the Roosters. That's what it's about.
Unfortunately, we're not allowed to have violence on camera.
Merry Christmas.
So, you have
these hats, bro?
It is Christmas, and on that note, LGNDRK, do you have a little bit of a legendary message for everybody going into the holiday season, into the Christmas season? Do you have some words of spirit to pass on? Maybe some inspirational message that the people out there need to hear?
Well, as always, I mean, you got to keep it real. Am I right? I got a few special gifts coming out on the Instagram leading up to Christmas, which, you know, I'm going to send out there, and there's numerous messages, you know, numerous wonderful messages in there as my gift to, you know, all my legendarians. And so, you know, stay legendary, but most of all, just keep it real, you know what I mean? There's no use faking it. You keep it real, and eventually you might get player of the game for the most notable effort, being legendary.
On that note, we'll say goodbye for the end of this year. We will all see you in the new year, Jan 7, for our next game of the Tribe. Merry Christmas, my friend.
Merry Christmas. Awkward handshakes. Beautiful.